All right, off we go. It's the Ryan Hartson Show on BWC Internet Radio. Good to be in on the program today. We're breaking down the games that will be played tonight. We've got Miami and Boston playing Game 4 from Boston. We've also got the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Memphis Grizzlies. I'll just try to wrap it up in one segment for you, make it nice and easy, and we can all go home early. It sounds good to me. So, start with Boston and Miami. It's the earlier game. It's the more interesting game because I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen in Memphis, Oklahoma City. Really, you could see this going either way. You've got LeBron and Dwayne Wade, who were spectacular in games 1 and 2. They really kind of took turns. Dwayne Wade dominates game 1. LeBron dominates game 2. Game 3, Rajon Rondo dislocates his elbow, of all things, and comes back in the fourth quarter and plays. We've talked about this. And, it was really brave. It was really, it was honorable. Nice job out of the Celtics. Rondo showed great toughness, and the entire team played really well, and they get a blowout Game 3 win. So now, here in Game 4, you're thinking the Celtics came out with so much energy in Game 3. They really came out just ready to rock, and the Heat were kind of on their heels really from the word go. LeBron and the entire Big Three for Miami did not play well. Bosh was horrible. Kevin Garnett has been controlling him for the entire series, even the games in Miami. Chris Bosh was being dominated by Kevin Garnett, and to me, that's the key to this series. That's why I picked Boston to win this series in the first place, is because their inside guys are better than Miami's guys. Miami has no inside presence. That's why they're going to lose in the conference finals. That's why they're going to lose, in this round of the playoffs, in my opinion, to the Celtics. I think I picked them to win the series in the first place, and how they play at home in Boston, they have so much energy. The crowd is behind them. They play brilliantly. Rondo's a great facilitator, and as long as they don't do anything stupid with their offense like they did in Game 2, they should be able to tie up this series at 2. Now, we said on this show, both Corey and I said, that Rondo was going to, Rondo and the Celtics were going to get that game, which they did. And here in Game 4, you think, can the Celtics, this old team that's, you would think, similar to how the Lakers went out, you would think they're starting to slow down a little bit. So maybe, they're not going to come out with the same energy. These injuries are going to start to come back to bite them. Pierce is banged up, Allen's banged up, Garnett's banged up. Obviously, Rondo has the whole elbow thing. So you're thinking, well, maybe they, maybe they won't come out with the same energy, the same passion, the same fire. I don't know. It's tough to say, because this is such a, this game is seriously a coin flip, because Miami hasn't played well on the road, so you figure they're due for a big game. Boston had a ton of energy in Game 3. Can they bring that energy here in Game 4? I'm going to say they will. I'm going to say, now I said they were going to split initially. That's what I said on Saturday, but I can change my mind. When the facts change, and the facts went from you don't know how the Celtics are going to play to you know how the Celtics are going to play. The Celtics are going to play. They played brilliantly in Game 3. So you would think in Game 4, at home, Miami hasn't had the best luck in these playoffs on the road so far. I think Boston's going to take this game. You're going to go back to Miami tied at 2. However, LeBron could come out and be brilliant on the road, have a great game in Boston. You could easily see him doing something magical, as you could also see Dwayne Wade doing something magical in this situation. They're down. You don't know what's going to happen. You've got kind of these questions surrounding Chris Bosh's toughness. It's just one of those games where you feel like either LeBron or Dwayne Wade could really take control and say, hey, I'm here, and I'm going to put this team on my back and get this thing done. And that could be D-Wade or LeBron, but it's not going to be Bosh. Bosh has got this whole soft thing going on. Similar to Pau Gasol, he's slowly becoming a soft player, and he is a soft player. Chris Bosh is a big guy that plays on the outside, doesn't want to go in and contest the big guys, just wants to play on the outside. And against Kevin Garnett, that hasn't worked. Kevin Garnett has handled him on the inside so far, and I think that's going to continue. I'm going to take the Celtics to win tonight, tie the series at 2. LeBron or D-Wade, they're going to give their best effort. I think LeBron's going to score more than 15 points tonight. But I think the Celtics are ultimately going to win this one. It's going to be really close. I think we're finally going to get that close game that that will be decided in the last 20 seconds. So I'll definitely take the Celtics to win tonight and tie that series at 2, going back to Miami. And remember what I said. I said it was going to take 6 games. I said they were going to split initially. I said they were going to split the first 2 at home in Miami. They were going to split the next 2 in Boston. And then, or was Boston going to win? I can't remember what the hell I said. Either way, it was going to end up being Boston in 6. Now that they tie it back up at 2, we go back to Miami. And Boston, yeah, is that what I said? Yeah. I said they'd split at home, in Miami rather. They'd split in Boston, with Boston winning Game 4. And then Boston would go and win 5 in Miami and 6 back home in Boston. They're going to win 4 here, and then they're going to go win 5 in Miami and 6 back home. That's what could happen. Now, I would not be surprised at all if Miami came back and won this game. This series is an absolute crapshoot. It's a phenomenal series. Boston has more talent where it matters. That's why I picked them to win the series. But could LeBron and D-Wade, as we like to say, out-athlete people? Absolutely. I could see it going both ways. All right, quickly we'll get to the other series. Memphis and Oklahoma City, they will play tonight. Looking forward to that. They are an awesome team. I love the Thunder. I've been all over them since the playoffs started. I think they're an unbelievable team. Kevin Durant is an unbelievable player. They've got great size with Perkins, Ibaka, Muhammad, so a really good inside presence. However, the Memphis Grizzlies have the best inside presence in the NBA with Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol. They're unbelievable. Rick Bucher calls them ground and pound. Rick Bucher of ESPN. I love it. I think that if you have great size, a brilliant inside presence, you can just dominate people. And that's what they're doing. They're just flat out dominating people. I think it's excellent. I love the Grizzlies. This is a really good team. Not much on the outside, which is where Oklahoma City clearly has the advantage. Oklahoma City has one of the best backcourts in the NBA with Westbrook, Harden, and Durant as well. So I completely expect Oklahoma City to win this game tonight. They're phenomenal. Kevin Durant's going to have a big game, 35, 40 points I could see. Westbrook, as long as Westbrook distributes the basketball, I completely expect him to do that. I would not. Now, can the Grizzlies win this game? Sure. And then all of a sudden have a 3-1 lead, I'd be absolutely shocked. I'd be shocked. If the Grizzlies win tonight, I would be surprised. I think Oklahoma City is a more talented team, and I think when it matters in games like this, where you have to tie the series, and then they're going to go back and win 5, and then win 6, I would think. Maybe. You never know. It's looking 7 now. It's starting to look 7, more than 6. So, but Oklahoma City overall has more talent, and I think they'll win tonight. But, there's always a but, isn't there? Russell Westbrook, please, for the love of God, pass the ball to someone else. Russell Westbrook is a legitimate number 2 scoring threat in the NBA. Absolutely. He can score the basketball fantastically. He's a brilliant point guard, one of the better point guards in the NBA. However, remember the comparison I made when I made the case for the Oklahoma City Thunder being the next dynasty in this league. I see it coming. They're young. They're talented. They have great chemistry. They have the talent where it matters, like Boston does, size and at point guard. And it just kind of turns out Russell Westbrook is a selfish player. I've said this to a lot of people. I say it all the time. A selfish point guard will kill you in the NBA every single time. If you have a point guard that wants to score more than pass and you've got a guy to actually pass to. Derrick Rose is selfish because nobody else can score. Russell Westbrook is selfish because he is. And that's a problem. When the second scoring option on your team is taking more shots than, the scoring leader in the NBA, one of the 5 best players in the league, that's a problem. Westbrook, just holding onto the ball, not passing it, scoring first, passing second. When you have people to pass to, James Harden, Kevin Durant, as I said, Perkins inside, Ibaka, Muhammad off the bench. Great. They've got great talent. And that Westbrook just wants to pull up and shoot. And he takes these stupid shots. He looks like he's going to the paint and then just stops kind of in the mid-range area and just takes a jumper. Just pulls up. Just, nope, not going in. Boom. Doesn't even drive to the lane. You know why? Because he can't make a layup. It's unbelievable. I've never seen a guy wide open in transition by himself miss a layup more often than Russell Westbrook. Not only does he take way too many shots, he misses a bunch of shots. He's inefficient. He turns the ball. He takes too many shots. He turns the ball over, and he's all around a selfish player. And now every once in a while he will distribute. Did you notice when Westbrook has more than 5 assists in a game, the Thunder win all the time. It's remarkable to look at. Go look at the numbers. Westbrook as a passer, the Thunder are a way better team when Westbrook is a passer. When Westbrook has taken 25 shots, the Thunder are losing all of those games. Westbrook is not a guy that can take more than 25 shots. Take more than, he needs to be around a 19-shot guy and be efficient. Westbrook needs to pass first, score second, 18, 19 shots a game, make a bunch of those, make your free throws, make the layups for Christ's sake, hit a big 3 here and there, pass the ball to Durant, and win the friggin' games. If Westbrook would do that, what Chris Paul does, the Thunder would be in the finals no problem. However, Russell Westbrook is a selfish point guard, and that will cause what I thought I saw as the next dynasty in the NBA will cause it to explode. A selfish point guard will ruin it every time. Regardless, I'm planning on the Thunder. I'm planning on Westbrook kind of coming out of his selfishness tonight, passing the ball to Durant. They'll pass the ball around. Durant will score a bunch of points, and Oklahoma City will win tonight. Series will be tied at 2. I think the Thunder will ultimately win the series. So we're going to wrap this up here. Just to clarify for everybody, I like Boston tonight to tie it up at 2. I think, pick one. Paul Pierce. I'll pick Paul Pierce to have a big game. I think Durant and LeBron, or not Durant, listen to me. I think D Wade and LeBron will both play better. And however, the Celtics are just too much right now. Remember, they have the talent where it matters. Great inside presence, great at point guard. An injured point guard, I wonder how that elbow is going to affect Rondo. It's interesting to look at. You'd think it might slow him down a little bit. However, Delonte West is playing some of the best basketball of his career. He's completely evolved from whatever the hell he was in Cleveland. So I do like him as a player now, and you notice he has more talent around him, Delonte West does, which is why he's playing better, which is what the Bulls need to look at. Anyway, so I like Boston tonight, and ultimately to win the series. I like Oklahoma City tonight to tie their series up at 2, and I do like Oklahoma City to ultimately win the series. But, as I said, if Russell Westbrook continues this tirade of selfish play and not giving the ball to Kevin Durant and taking a bunch of bad shots and turning the ball over and being inefficient, which is what he is about half the time in these NBA playoffs, the Oklahoma City Thunder are in a lot of trouble. All right, that's it for today. Corey's going to be on at some point to talk about the Lakers, talk about the Bulls, what we saw last night. I have some thoughts on that, but I'd rather not. I'll just leave it to Corey. So good stuff today. Thanks, everybody, for being in. It's the Ryan Hartson Show on BWC Internet Radio.